Hello, my name is Peter Ulmer. I am a functional wellness practitioner and I am passionate about educating and empowering people who live in chronic pain. Every chronic pain has a component of inflammation, and inflammation in our body can be sustained by the current stress. It can be sustained and fed by chronic state of consciousness from previous emotional trauma. It can be also fed, sustained by chemicals that are surrounding us, that we get in contact with by using products in a kitchen, in our toiletry, shampoos, toothpaste, and other. But I want to look into foods today, and especially pro-inflammatory foods, foods that feed inflammation, perhaps more than us. So have you ever asked yourself a question, which foods are loving me? Which foods are good for me? And perhaps are there foods that are not good for me? Particularly today, I would like to pay attention to gluten. Have you thought if gluten is just a fad, that people talk about this, some people are off gluten, and that seems to be popular in some circles? Well, there are about 18,000 articles that refer to gluten. These are, I'm talking about research articles on pubmed.gov. When we look at celiac disease, which is the end result of gluten sensitivity, there are about 30,000 of these research articles on pubmed.gov. That's quite a number, wouldn't you think? Interesting thing is that when we talk about gluten sensitivity and celiac disease, it is a continuum. It is gluten sensitivity progressing until it becomes celiac disease. We can compare it with a process of heart disease progressing and eventually becoming a heart attack. So it doesn't make sense to say you don't have heart disease because you never had heart attack, does it? So the same about gluten sensitivity. The gluten sensitivity may be progressing quite a long time, and it doesn't become yet celiac disease. Okay, so this is how we learn to think about this. Research shows that, and I'm going to refer to late 90s, which is about a quarter century ago, it was already known that gluten sensitivity can be a primarily or even exclusively a neurological problem. This was British Medical Journal talking about this in 1999. And they referred specifically to migraines, to MS, depression, anxiety, ADHD. Even later research is pointing towards schizophrenia and Alzheimer's. So why I'm talking about this is that the mechanism that gluten starts is a gut permeability. And if it's not showing in the gut and only in our brain or in our tissues, our cells, we may not be able to tell that it is drilling and it is damaging us until it's late, until it becomes serious and we receive this diagnosis. So there is even very specific research showing that permeability starts 36 hours after gluten consumption, and within 3 to 4 weeks it becomes an autoimmune process. How serious is that? So I invite you to be curious and just to explore if you may benefit from a functional medicine precise and methodical way of finding out where the problems are and to prevent or perhaps solve some issues that are not quite clear. So I want to offer this phone call, 30-minute absolutely free phone call. I'll be happy and honored to discuss what's going on and what is perhaps a way out and bringing you back to family, friends, and your life. Give me a phone call. Thank you and God bless.